am I still wearing my glasses?
Well, Ryan's still wearing his.
You guys ever notice that, like, in older movies, like, the characters never take off their glasses? Like, they shower in them, they swim in them, they...
Oh yeah, just like in...
So, how many girls have you guys kissed? Like, you, M.Rubio, how many girls have you kissed?
Like... 0?
Well, I've, like, kind of kissed a girl, you know, like, kind of, you know. Well, how about you, Ryan? How many girls have you kissed?
You know, just, like a couple.
Well, how many's a couple?
You know, like a couple.
Like 12.
I'm getting there.
Oh, you're such a whore, you dumb skank.
It's not even that bad. Like, not even. Like no. Stupid.
Yeah, it is. You're so promiscuous.
Evan, you're trying to seduce me.
I just want to say one word to you.
Just one word?
Are you listening? Plastics.
Didn't even mean anything. We might as well have just been...
Foot massages! Right, guys?
What?
What are you going on about?
Have you seen?
Yeah, we've all seen Pulp Fiction, fucker.
You were quoting The Graduate. Are you telling me you haven't seen The Graduate?
Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man.
To discuss something like The Graduate is rather difficult, because not only is it considered one of the best movies ever made, but it's personally one of my favorite movies of all time. So I'll try to keep this objective, but the fact of the matter is this movie is fucking awesome. Set in the wonderful pollution state that is California, the movie is about a college graduate named Braddock who gets in an affair with an older woman named Mrs. Robinson, who will later lay the foundation for cougars, milfs, and people my mom won't allow me to talk to. Anyway, if things can get more out of the ordinary, Braddock ends up falling in love with her daughter Elaine, which Mrs. Robinson forbade Braddock to be with. There's a bit more to it than that, but that is essentially the nutshell. And what a good nutshell too. The great thing about this movie is the ability to build around such a simple premise. Some movies seem to get the wrong idea on the difference between complexity and depth. Hello, Terminator. The plot of The Graduate is nothing more than an affair, but the substance around that is incredibly thought-provoking and memorable. Like, the atmosphere is out of this world. I don't usually applaud the atmosphere, but the Simon and Garfunkel soundtrack mixed with the laid-back cinematography makes a world that is gentle yet melancholic, sending utter chills down my spine.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping.
While I'm talking about stuff I don't usually praise, I'm rarely passionate about scene stealers, but holy shit, if Anne Bancroft as Mrs. Robinson doesn't engross you, I don't know what will. From casting to characterization, Mrs. Robinson is just a bullseye. There's just so many nuances to her character. Like, I love how the camera rarely highlights her when she enters a scene. She either comes out of frame or she enters while the camera is focusing on something else. She's very Predator-like, much like, well, a lion. Her presence is rather intimidating, which ties into her personality. She is an enigma, who is always in control, which can make you hate her since she's oppressing Braddock and Elaine, or pity her since you understand her intentions. This, combined with Anne Bancroft's elegant and seductive delivery, makes Mrs. Robinson one of the most fully realized characters ever put on film. And while I'm still gushing over the movie, I might as well talk about the themes. It goes without saying that The Graduate has multiple messages, but not one takes prominence over the other. You find new things to think about every time you watch this movie. I mean, when revisiting this movie to refresh my memory, I thought about the clash between age versus youth, whereas I originally saw it as a criticism of the educational system. Although that's probably because I was a high school student in Texas when I first saw it, so go figure. There are so many layers allowing almost everyone to get something out of it, whether it's relationships, the future, rebellion, the faults of youth, the faults of the older generation, business, regret, masculinity, the purpose of existing, stepping out of your comfort zone, coming of age, lust, empathy, just so many layers. If there is one thing I have to complain about, it'll probably be that it's not a laugh ride that one might come to expect. It's not to say that The Graduate isn't funny, far from it. There's a clear wit to the dialogue, and there's a scene in the hotel that's a personal highlight, but I wouldn't consider The Graduate as one of the best comedies of all time. I personally think Mike Nichols' previous film, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, is a much funnier movie. There are also one or two scenes that feel a bit slow. The movie doesn't take a complete nosedive, obviously, but I would be lying if I said I was completely engaged throughout the film. Other than that, the movie is a perfect example of cinematic gold. The iconic moments are too many to count. The cinematography and editing would probably take an entire video on its own to explain how great it is. Not just for how it adds to the atmosphere, but just how clever some of the shots and cuts are. I haven't even mentioned Dustin Hoffman and Catherine Ross as Braddock and Elaine, who both did a wonderful job in playing as the incomprehensible couple. The music's perfect, the dialogue is sharp, it is just one of the best movies ever made, and personally one of my favorite movies of all time. Second only to The Iron Giant, but that's another review for another time.
Wait, but I've already seen The Iron Giant.
Sam.
Oh, shit.
So what now?
Zed's dead?
Yeah, we've all seen it, man.
A royale with cheese.
Come on guys, let's just go to bed. We got graduation tomorrow.
Yeah. I wonder what high school's gonna be like.
I bet there's going to be a lot of cute girls there, and we're going to kiss them on the mouth, and it's going to be awesome, and we're going to...
Wait, why are we sharing a bed if there's a couch right there?
What?
Do they speak English and what?
God damn it.